And I'm back, and what I've got done here today is I've taken out the center console on this 2008 Mazda 5. Taken out the radio. Got the heater control inside there, I'll show you. There's some shrouds that go around the steering wheel, the vents, some kick plate plastic, the glove box, and this is a stick shift, so that's the cover for the stick shift. There's the cup holder, and everyone thinks their car is clean until they pull out the console and check it out, you know. So I'm going to clean this before I put it back in. This is not the reason I took it out, but it's a good opportunity to clean it now that it is out. Why I took this all apart, believe it or not, is to get at the heater controls up in here. And the chronology is pretty much pop off some little covers on the side here, there and there, and pop these little covers off that are underneath on the sides, either side, and then take out those screws with a Phillips screwdriver. I put them in here, and there's a couple of bolts. You'll need an 8mm socket. I'll show you where those go in a minute. And so this goes down over the parking brake handle, and we're going to put this all together in a moment. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to show you step by step as I go. And I didn't film it taking it apart, but you can extrapolate from me putting it together how it comes apart. And I'll give you some tips about how I got this out of there. Anyway, all that had to come apart to get at the heater controls, believe it or not, because this is in the way of this coming out of the way to get out the heater and all that stuff. So, and that's not the whole assembly in under the dash. That's just accessing the controls. And believe it or not, this all has to come out just to get the radio out of this car. And just because there's a couple of screws that hold the radio that are down here and they're underneath here, this has to come out before you can get the radio out, believe it or not. So, I mean, you know, mechanics always complain about how a car is put together, but realistically, they don't put cars together for mechanics. They put cars together to make a profit. And, you know, if someone's got to fix it, well, often if you take it back to the dealer's going to make money doing all this work to fix it for you. But yeah, back to the dirt. I mean, this is, you know, this car is a few years old. Anyone that's got a car that's a few years old, and, you know, they might clean the inside and think they got it, but down on this console here, if your seat's up close to it, you know, you're going to have this kind of stuff going on. You know, I've spilled coffee in this car a couple of times. You know, there's been kids in this car. There's been all kinds of people with beverages. You know, this is where the beverage holder is. So, and whatever other thing you put in there, you know, it all ends up down here. It's kind of gross, right? But anyway, I got some hot soapy water and some Windex, and we're going to clean this, and then I'll show you how this all goes back together. Okay, so under this particular console, now different cars will have different arrangements, but there's a fan in here. There's a trunking that puts air conditioning into the back seat, and that'll all be different. Like I say, this is be under the cup holder area. This was really dirty down in here. I vacuumed it out the best I could, and I scrubbed off the sides of the seats. They were really dirty, and that's because it's one of those areas that you can't really reach, you know, when that's all together. So the last thing I took out was the glove box. So I'm just going to take the glove box and put it back in here like that. It sits on a couple of tabs like that. Okay, so I put the glove box in itself, and there's 3 connections on the glove box. There's these 2 arms. What you got to do is you got to push it down and in, and they'll free up the little hook on it. See right here? So you push it down and in, and these little hooks come undone. And there's one more in the back here. It's a dampening so that the glove box doesn't fall out quickly. So actually that one should come out first. You just push on it, and that disconnects it from there. And then you just push down and over, right out, down and over, down and over. Oh, there comes that. There it is. It fell right out. Let's put the glove box in. There's just these little hooks at the bottom. See, like that, and there's a pin that it sits on. So that's up in there like that. And then you see these 2 arms, they have a little hook at the top of them, so they go up into those holes right now. So there, they go up into those holes, and you see as they go up, they're going to, right now. Okay, see there? They went up into that hole, and they have a hook that prevents it from coming back down. And this is a little dampening arm, and that just goes on a pin here. So let me see if I can get that for you. Like that. Hand in the way, of course. And that, you just pull that down and snap that hole over that pin. And that's it for the glove box. And what that does is that dampens the opening of the glove box, especially when it's full. It's not just going to fall straight down. All right, so that's back in. Okay, so here's the air conditioning and the heater controls, and there's two plugs that go into that, and it's these two right here. So this one goes here like that, the other one like that. All right, and then there's these two little tabs right like that. They just go in like that and that. Let's see here, there. And there's two screws at the bottom, and those are Phillips. So I put these vents in first, so they just snap in either side. And then I have the heater control and the air conditioning control. It just sits in there like that. I won't put the screws in yet because they go in here once the radio's in. Okay, so these vents, they pop right in like that, and there's a screw goes on either side of them. There's one screw there, and there's another one over here. All right, and then there's this eyebrow piece. It has this display on it. It just pops in. There's tabs along the back like that. Okay, and then it just snaps in, and there's two screws that go in that. And here. Okay. And then on the back of the radio, there's two connections. 1, 2, and then the antenna just pushes in. All right. And this just sits in here like that. And you can see this has the bezel that goes around the heater and the AC controls. So it just wiggle it so it sits on the tabs. It snaps in place, and then you put these screws in here. These two Phillips screws in here hold both the radio bezel and the heater control. That. Okay, now we're going to put this piece here, this front console piece in. This has to go in next. Okay, so here's this piece, and just sit it down like that, and it's got push tabs that go into the dash, both sides. It's got two little tabs that go in here. So we're just going to move it forward, make sure the wires are out of the way here. There it is, see? And then it should just snap in there. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Something in the way maybe. Let's go in a little farther there. Let's see, it's going to take a little juggling, but that snaps in there. There's one side's in, see that? Oh. Same thing over here. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so for the center console, that's going to go in next. What I did was I moved the seat backs all the way back flat, and it gave me some more room to navigate it. You got to do a bit of twisting and turning. You'll have to figure it out kind of as you go, and it's the same to come out. So let's just flop the seat back like so. Okay, that's not in the right spot, so it's going to go here. Oh, there it goes, see? Now there's a couple of connections that have to be made here. Okay, to get this in, I just put the seat backs and then just walk this down in through here like this. It's going to take a little juggling. All right, right now, I think those wires go up. These ones go up here. They go up there, okay. This is where those two 8mm heads on those bolts go, right here. There's one there and one there. That's the only two 8mm ones. So this connection here goes to this there's a little cover that goes in here. This is an auxiliary in and a 12 volt. All right. All right, that little plug connects here. All right, and this one goes in that hole for a retainer. All right. Okay, so what I did was I slid the seats forward. I got back in here and I'll snap that into place. Yeah, like that. And there's a little plastic cover I had removed there to look at everything. And there's just 2 screws, one on either side, and the little plastic cover that just snaps over it. One like that. And they just have two little tabs on them. Just snaps in. Little guy. Over like that. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. I'm just going to move the seats back again. Just about got her. I'll tighten down these 8mm bolts. All right, so plug those in. Okay. And then that just pops into here. I wonder if that goes on after the, maybe that piece there goes first. It looks like these snap into it, I think so. So where's that piece for the, let's see, oh yeah, that's what it is. This goes over the shifter. I see, there's some tabs on the bottom of the shifter. Okay, so that goes in there like that. It's over there. And then snap that down. It's in down there and pops into that. That's all clicking together pretty good, I think. That screws on there. Got this little piece that I had taken out of here. That just snaps in, okay. And now we've got our cup holder. It's got to go in there. Clips on the bottom. Slide it in like that. And snap it down. Okay, so this is the piece that goes up around the steering column. Okay, and the only thing you got to worry about here is a couple connections. There's one here, which is this plug. And the other one's just a blank plug. There's nothing happening there. So this is the release for the hood, and it just snaps up into this little part of the cover right there. Okay, and then this just goes up in here like this. It snaps in like so. And then over here, another little one there. Right now. There. All right, and that parking brake cable, I didn't get it in place, so I'm just going to put it in now. Bring that through and snap it into place there. All right, so there's a couple of kick guards here. There's one there, one here, and that's pretty much it. There's another one over there. But that's the assembly. So if you need to take it apart, it's pretty much the reverse of that. And you could probably figure that out. So anyway, that's back together. Let's get those kick plates in and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, I just put a screw in here, snap the cover over it. And this cover goes in here like this. There's a place for that long tab to go down farther. Okay. And there's a kick plate. Goes in here, and it's the same thing as on a tab right there. You see the tab. So we just get this in place. Okay. A lot of this stuff just snaps together. Okay, and then this one snaps down. Okay, that snaps in. That snaps. All right, that snaps in there. That snaps down. And it's the same thing on the other side. Goes up. There's a slot for that farther up. Let's just see if we can see it. Yeah, it's up in there. And then just that snaps in like that. All right, and so we got another little kick plate that goes in here. sits in on that tab. Let's see. And there's a screw in each one, on one here and one on the other side. I'll put that in a moment. And there's this piece here that just snaps over the top of that. Okay. So anyway, hopefully that helps somebody. And that's a little cleaner. We'll see you again here very soon on Everyday Projects. Bye for now.